We all know how critical it is to get your reversing lights positioned correctly for maximum performance, but it's even more so when you add a trailer to the mix. In fact, if you don't get it right, chances are you'll be creating worse conditions than what you started with when you didn't have lights. To demonstrate this, we're going to take a Rigid Industries SRM light in the popular diffusion pattern and mount it in 4 different positions on the back of the 4-wheel drive to show you what happens when you get it wrong, and of course, when you get it right. Okay, let's take a look at what happens when you mount your reverse lights in a very popular but very wrong position, and that's down low right near the tow bar. This really is by far the worst place you could possibly mount your reversing lights, especially when you're using a trailer. Sure, the front of the trailer is illuminated a little, but that's not helping you when you're trying to reverse. All it's doing is creating very dark shadows in exactly the place you don't want them, and that's in the view of your rear view mirrors. Another popular spot to mount a reversing light is in the center of your roof rack. Let's take a look at what happens here. While there is certainly more light on display here, the drama is that it's being reflected right back at you, and there are still some very heavy duty shadows being created. It's better, but it's still far from ideal. But even without a trailer, you're not getting the light where you really need it, and that's off to the sides where your rear view mirrors are. So we know that mounting a light in the center of the vehicle is not much chop, and we've also learnt that we need to get the light out to the sides where it can be seen in our rear view mirrors. So let's take a look now at what happens when we put the light right out on the corner of the rear bumper, down low at a 45-degree angle. Straight away we can see that this is an automatic improvement. There's plenty of light out to the side of the trailer with fewer shadows. However, even though this is a pretty reasonable result, there are still improvements to be had. With the light mounted low, it does nothing to illuminate the top of our trailer, and there's a pretty vicious hotspot on the ground right under the light. Let's see what happens when we take the light and mount it in the same corner, but up high on the roof rack. Now this is what we call a good result. Everything that we need to be lit up is. You can see that there are next to no shadows or harsh fall away out to the sides of the trailer, and the trailer itself is clearly illuminated from top to bottom. We can also still see very clearly where we're going when we look back beyond the trailer. So there you have it. That's proof that placing your lights in the right position when there's a trailer in play makes a massive difference, but not only that, it makes things a whole lot safer. To find out more or to order a set of reversing lights online, simply hit up snakeracing.com.au.